Hello everyone, and in today's video we are going to discuss about what are AI agents and how it is going to change the AI industry, right, in 2025. Okay, so in next few minutes we'll be discussing about, or we'll be explaining about like what these agents are, how they work, and why they matter, okay, in today's industry. I will be also be giving you some examples so to make it crystal clear, right, or so that it can you guys can correlate with the things which I will be talking about. Okay, so let's get started. So first thing is uh, what are the AI agent basics? Okay, so which all components are there into the AI agents and like how they work with each other, right? So first thing is the agent core. Okay, so like think about like the smartphone CPU, CPU component that processes all your apps inside a phone, right? It can be Android, it can be an iPhone, it can be anything. So CPU is generally taking care of all your processing parts, okay, of the applications, workloads and whatnot, right? So similarly the agent core acts as in a brain that integrates with the all the functionalities and makes the decision, right? The second module is the memory module. Okay, so memory module is like, so think about like a memory in your computer or the chat histories in your messaging app, right? So it stores the previous interactions, okay, whatnot. So similarly the agent can also maintain a context over the time, right? So this module basically enables the agent to store the information for future executions, right? So this is the one, the memory module. Then is the perception module, right? So now consider your phone's camera or microphone. Okay, so this perception module gathers data from the environment, right? So similarly into the world of the AI agent, it sees the patterns in the user behavior and listens to the customer queries. Okay, so it understands like what is customer is trying to ask or interact with the agent, right? Then is the planning module. Okay, so the planning module is a kind of like in a like a GPS. Okay, GPS, global positioning system, that basically calculates the best route to your destination, right? So similarly in the world of this AI agents, this planning module analyzes the problems and sets the goal, right? So if you ask an agent for help with the scheduling, it figures out the most efficient plan, right? Hey, what is the best plan to do it? Okay, or can you just list down me the right steps to do this thing? Okay, or what are the alternatives to do a certain task? So this planning module takes care of all this things. Then fifth module is the um, action module. Okay, so action module is like, think about a remote control car, okay, which executes your command. Okay, you will give a forward pace, you will give a backward pace, right? Like it depends upon which sort of commands you want to execute. Okay, so now once the plan is made, okay, so this module basically carries out the actions. Okay, so, such as sending in an email reminder or updating a calendar event. Okay, so this module will take care of all this action related things, right? You can customize it accordingly, right? Now is the tools integration. Okay, so tools integration is something like kind of next gen plugins for a software, right? You have to have some sending an email, creating some notifications, creating something. So this AI agent can connect with the APIs like weather APIs or payment gateways to perform the task beyond their inherent capabilities, right? So this is the module which takes care of all this thing, is like external integrations, the APIs integrations and whatnot. Now let's discuss about the capabilities of AI agent. Okay, so in this section we are going to understand like what these components enable the agents to do it. Okay, with these some practical examples, right? So now it tries to solve the advanced problem. Problem solve. It provides the advanced problem solving capabilities, right? So AI agent that can develop a project plan for building a website. Okay, it can write a code snippets, it can run the benchmark testing, it can even summarize the progress reports and whatnot. Okay, depends upon, right, like what sort of complex task you're trying to give to the agent and how much it is trained to do it. Okay, so accordingly it can do these advanced complex problem solving capabilities. You can get with the AI agents. Then is the self reflection and the improvements, right? So imagine an AI that writes an article and then it reviews the spot typos, awkward phrasing, right? So it improves the content continuously by analyzing its own output, okay, right? So it keeps on monitoring it, it keeps on understanding it, and it tries to improve, like how better they can provide the outputs to the end users, like similarly to how we revise drafts before finalizing them. Like, yeah, humans like keep on checking, hey, there is a typo or not, okay, if there is a typo, let's check this out, or if there are some grammatical mistakes or not. So accordingly, these things are being corrected by humans. So similarly, the AI agents has the similar kind of capabilities, which it can do the improvements, it can do the monitoring, it can do the self reflection. Then is the tool utilization thing, okay? So think of AI writing a code that then runs the automated tests to ensure everything works as expected, right? Kind of in the SDLC world, software development world, we have the unit testing, we have the integration testing, okay? So it runs as a in an automated fashion. Also, if you do the functional testings, right, so it checks like everything is working as expected, there are no abnormal behavior into the application, okay? So an agent that verifies facts by searching the web, like much like a researcher, right? It will go, it will check, okay, whether you are getting the results or whether you are querying, they are accurate or not, okay, or they matches with the actual data which is present on the internet, right? Then also it provides collaborative multi-agent framework as well, right? So imagine two agents working together, and one drafts the marketing email while second reviews and provides the suggestions, okay? So you can create your own pool of AI agents, and that can tightly integrated but decoupled from each other, right? Like kind of a microservices concept, right? And they can do, each agent would be meant for a specific task here, okay? So you can create your own army of agents who can work. Like, one can be developer, one can be tester, one can be scrum master, one can be program manager, one can be CEO, CTO, okay? So there have been few things which industry has done, but still it needs to be made more matured or more advanced in the nature, right? So now let's discuss about the reasoning frameworks behind it, okay? So to tackle the complex tasks, so AI agents basically uses some specialized reasoning frameworks here, okay? So now the first reasoning framework is like chain of thought, COT. You might have heard about it, okay? If not, like, let's discuss in brief, right? So like when you solve a math problem, right? So then what happens is, like, the agent writes down each calculation step by step, okay? So this sequential breakdown simplifies the complex problem, ensuring every small step is correct, okay? So if you're trying to add something like big numbers, right, or you are trying to do some mathematical operations, right, like a divide, add this numbers, then multiply with this, then subtract with this, then divide with this, and what is the result, okay? So it will basically split this task into small pieces, right, and accordingly it will start executing it, okay? So one step, like once one step is done, then the other step would be executed, okay? So it is the sequence of the steps. This is how it is gonna execute your steps, or this is how it is gonna perform its task, right? Then is the react, okay? So react stands for the reasoning and acting here, okay? So now consider an agent that is diagnosing a technical issue, or that is trying to rectify some technical issue, okay? So it makes some hypothesis here, okay? It gives some, okay, some hypothetically it will think, okay, it will test it immediately, and like for example, restarting the system. So whenever there is some issue in system, like what is the general workaround by the any user, okay, he will try to restart the thing, okay? He will give a soft restart or hard restart, whatever it is, okay? And then it adjusted based on the outcome, okay? So this is how it works. Like, this is just an example, but it has its own reasoning power to find out, like, what is the issue would be, like, based on some hypothetical reasoning and or some statements, and accordingly it will provide a user a feedback, right? Then is the tree of thoughts here, okay? So imagine a planning trip, okay? A user is trying to plan a trip. So instead of sticking to one fixed itinerary, the agent explores the several route options, and then it compares and chooses the best path for backtracking if needed, okay? So these methods helps in the strategizing and finding the optimal solution, right? So this is the third framework which basically generally AI agents are gonna use, right? So now to conclude this video, so what I think is, like, that AI agents are built on many critical components, from brain like code to memory, perception, planning, and the action modules. Okay, so these work together to tackle the complex tasks. So their advanced capabilities are powered by real-time feedback, collaborative frameworks, and structured reasoning methods that can make smarter every day. Okay, so that's pretty much about this video. Thanks for joining on this brief journey in the world of AI agent. If you found this explanation useful, please give a thumbs up or subscribe for more insights. See you next time. Thank you.